First off, you want to know whether or not you feel comfortable living in a provider-controlled setting or a consumer-controlled setting. Additionally, you want to think about unit size. Your residential unit type, such as an apartment, a tiny home, a single-family home, will take into account whether or not you want or need roommates. It will also take into account how much space you're going to have for you and your direct support staff to be able to do the things you want to do every day. You also want to think about location. One of the biggest barriers to people engaging in their community is lack of transportation. So is your future home where you can access special transportation services if you don't drive? Is it accessible by public transit, for example? Or are you in walking distance to a park or a grocery store or one of your favorite activities? Another thing you want to consider is the development type. And so you can live and choose a home in a scattered site neighborhood, which means it's just in the typical housing stock, and so it's just a house in a neighborhood, or an apartment in an apartment building, a townhome in a townhome community. But there are also alternative development types. One is a planned community, and that's a community that is designed for a specific purpose. And so there are neuro-inclusive planned communities that are not exclusive necessarily to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities or autism, but certainly designed and considered the needs of the population when it was developed. There's also co-housing communities. A co-housing community means that people have come together to build their own neighborhood, and they manage their own neighborhood. There's mixed-use communities, there's co-living, there's a few different types of development types. It's important to also consider, is that community or neighborhood provider-controlled or consumer-controlled? For example, a planned community can be consumer-controlled and offer supportive amenities, but you get to choose exactly what provider and service delivery model you prefer. Versus an assisted living facility is a provider-controlled setting. And that has one service delivery model, and you are part of that assisted living program.